Oh, Shudder. You've done it again.
Thank you.
Call me biased if you'd like, but since being a subscriber to Shudder, I can't help but get a little extra giddy whenever they drop something new, and it's a goodie. Now, goodie in the horror industry can mean a few different things. It could mean that a movie or show has some great scares, could mean that it has some awesome kills, could also mean fun. And in the case of Getaway, a dark comedy, this movie is fun.
Yes! Yes! Oh, yeah!
Now, let's get spooky without spoilers. I feel like I can't talk about Getaway just yet without talking about the track record of Shudder and last year. Last year, the first horror movie that dropped was Destroy All Neighbors, and that was a straight-to-Shudder exclusive. It's a dark comedy that felt like it was in the same realm as Creepshow. I've talked about the movie a few times. If you like Creepshow, which is a cheesy dark comedy horror with lots of practical effects, you'll like Destroy All Neighbors. This is where I think Shudder thrives, at least with most of its English-speaking stuff, and it excels with its foreign horror movies, more specifically When Evil Lurks, which you can watch right now on Shudder. This is not an ad for Shudder. I do not know the people there personally, and they don't pay me jack. But I pay them, and it's nice to know that you get your money's worth from time to time. Almost all streaming services have exclusives, and it seems like lately a lot of them have been more misses than hits, especially from horror-focused production companies. But here is Shudder starting off the year solid with Getaway, which is pretty impressive considering last year they had some serious bangers, like Mads, Late Night with the Devil, Oddity, In a Violent Nature, Stop Motion, VHS Beyond, Daddy's Head, Exuma, Infested, just to name a few. Anyways, enough sucking the virtual Johnson of Shudder and indirectly throwing shade at underperformers like Blumhouse. Oops! I guess it's now direct shade throwing. Am I rambling? Maybe a bit. But I did say this is a non-spoiler review for Getaway, which will make this kind of short, but let's get on with it then. So, this movie is about a small British family going on holiday to a Swedish island to enjoy a special 8-hour play. 8 hours?
What? Oh, come on!
Okay, putting that aside, the play is called The Karantan. I'm sure I pronounced that wrong, and I could look up the correct pronunciation, but you know what?
I can't be fucked.
The play is about some Brits coming over and treating the native inhabitants like garbage and making them near starve to death and turning their own town mayor on them. And then the locals get their revenge on the Brits. Coincidence? Perhaps. So the family arrives at the itty-bitty island and is met with a ton of hostility. Not entirely sure why. By the looks of these inbreds, they could use some fresh blood added to their gene pool. So the movie focuses on this family of husband, wife, one daughter, and one son dealing with a group of very unfriendly Swedes while on holiday, and it leads to some pretty decent humor. And then after an hour into the movie, we get the big twist, and then we are treated with gobs of dark humor. I want to go a bit more into the deets here, but similar to Low Lives, the fun is being surprised by the twist. And just like in Low Lives, this movie goes over the top and has a lot of fun with it. And sometimes, that's all you want, to sit down and have fun with your entertainment. You know, like I am with Lawrence here. Say hi, Lawrence. Sorry, he seems to be a bit busy. Since I have made lists last year, y'all might be wondering where this movie's gonna land. Could it make my best of the year part 1? Maybe. It may also land in the underrated section, for a few reasons. First, this movie has a ton of violence in it, and it's great, but not a lot of it is very creative. Ow! Yeah, it's kind of surprising because, like I said, there's a ton of violence, so the kill count is there to be played with, and it's not played with very much. You also may need to turn on the subtitles for this one. Sorry boys, no titties here. Ow! Yeah, it's cause these accents are sometimes damn near impossible to understand, and that may be cause I'm not a Swede, but I'm pretty sure most people are gonna have to rewind and turn on subtitles to understand a few lines of dialogue. Also, there are some moments where characters are seriously injured and they act like it's no big deal. Like people get shot in the belly with a shotgun and it's never addressed in following scenes. Were they wearing body armor? Who the fuck knows? Another person loses a limb and we never see it get treated to, stop that person from bleeding to death and everything seems to be fine. Fucking how? I don't know. It's definitely a horror comedy that I would watch again. Like recently, in little gatherings when I am picked for the movie to watch, I would easily pick Werewolves Within, Wolf of Snow Hollow, and Deadstream, as long as I preface that it's about an annoying, energetic YouTuber. You are supposed to hate that bastard, especially in the beginning. And I am now gonna add Getaway to that group gathering recommendation list. And I think y'all should too. Thanks for watching, and keep it spooky, especially when you're on holiday.